like a Hellcat.
Before we get started, I have a favor. If you enjoy my content and want to see me continue to improve in both quality and size, please check out my Patreon linked in the description. Any amount helps and it is greatly appreciated. There are so many rewards for each level of donation, so go check it out. Now back to the video. Hey guys, this is EmeraldAvengerG, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the Rainbow Six Year 6 roadmap. However, quite limited the information, I still wanted to do a video going over all of it, so let's hop right into it. So before we actually get started, I did miss one small detail, and it's a reputation system, a reputation level system similar to the endorsement systems that are currently in Overwatch. Basically, there's 3 levels of player well, technically 5, but it's into 3 subgroups. Where you're a bad player, you're a middle ground player, where you're a really good player. There'll be awards awards or punishments attached to different systems and all that, like you get in Overwatch. It's kind of a small thing, and definitely trying to remove toxicity, trying to promote good behavior in the game. So I do like the system. I cannot wait to see where it goes. But yeah, I missed that in year 5. I thought it was actually for year 6, but it was actually for year 5, or so what the information says. So yeah, sorry, I was wrong. So the tournament system that I actually mentioned in the last video actually is part of year 6. That is in the year 6's cycle. That will be how we're getting map bans now. We're getting that tournament system, the Rainbow Six, it's a system called the Rainbow Six Cup system, and that's going to be the next level of the player base's competitive access, their competitive play. So that's going to be the big feature for competitive play for this season. Outside of that, though, there is all the things that we know that we're going to be getting with it just being year 6 anyway. We're going to be getting a new operator per season. They have not announced the nationalities of these operators yet, but they also have not announced whether or not we're getting new maps or map reworks, because they do have a new philosophy, because they have seen they have better results when they rework maps than they do whenever they make a map from scratch. So they haven't revealed whether or not we're getting any new maps or not in year 6. In year 5, we're getting our reworks. In year 6, we might get a new map. They have just kind of left the door open to basically be up to them whenever they decide and whenever they get there. Of course, we're getting the battle pass with each season as well. That's expected, as well as some core gameplay changes, as well as more events and more arcade modes added to the arcade. And then outside of that, we're not really getting a lot of stuff. I mean, probably the biggest thing for Rainbow Six Year 6 that we know right now is the reworking of how the esports works, but that's not really my vein to talk about. I'm not into the esports scene of Siege. I'm definitely into more the streamer, the casual scene of Siege. I'm not into like the esports of video games in general. I would love to like work as a manager or as a content creator for a team, but I'm not 100% invested in like watching the team. I've never been a competitive sports person. I'm on an esports team. That's coming from someone who's on an esports team. I'm not into like the spectator part of it. I want to be actively involved. So it's not really my thing as a spectator, because it mainly affects the players and the spectators, not just kind of the general audience. So it's not really my vein to talk about. So it's not really, I shouldn't really be, I'm not educated. Basically what I'm trying to say is I'm not educated enough to talk about it, is basically what I'm saying. So we don't really know a lot about year 6. They didn't really spill a lot of beans about year 6. They are moving into a full change in design philosophy, focusing more on the core gameplay and mechanics instead of the operators, providing us a new operator rework per season-ish. Won't be at the beginning of the season. It'll just be drops whenever it's ready. So it can be ready, so they don't have to rush stuff. They're trying to take stuff slower when it comes to the operators and focus on making the gameplay itself, the core part of the game for the players, trying to make that better. And I am glad that they're taking this approach. I am glad that the industry is looking at it. Like, it almost seems like the industry is making this change together. Overwatch is kind of coming there, but Siege is definitely taking a good turn. whenever I saw the roadmap at first, I was panicking. I'm like, we're getting less operators. This is the downfall of Siege. But they have announced that they want to extend the lifetime maybe another 10 or 15 years. So we might be seeing Siege in 10, 15 years. They also talked about wanting to work on the next generation. That's why they're taking this new design philosophy, because around the time where Season 3 will start is where the next gen consoles will start having like their specs being like very public, and that's whenever they'll start going on being sold or being available for pre-order. So that'll be whenever they're getting ready to make the jump to next gen, maybe at the beginning of year 6 at like 2021's invitationals. We'll get gameplay of it on the next gen consoles. I definitely could see that happening. Man, that's still a year away, but it seems like it's also so close. Wow. So yeah, that's all we're getting. Well, that's all we know about year 6. We have no idea what all we're getting, though. We won't know what all we're getting for quite a while, most likely, because that's a year away. So what do you guys think? Feel free to leave your opinions in the comment section down below. Are you all excited for year 5 and year 6? I sure am. So, as always, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. I'm sorry for background noise. I have no way of stopping that. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Follow me on all my socials. Keep up with everything off the channel. Go to my Discord, join the conversation. Go to my Patreon if you feel like supporting me. This is Matt the Avenger. I said that wrong. This is Matt the Emerald Avenger. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Peace out.